Alright, let's look for possible points of entry. So the front door. A regular, everyday, mundane door. Lock and chain, fully functional. Mio mentioned being careful about checking that her door's locked. Mio's really diligent, unlike me. I can't picture her forgetting to lock up. I should snap a pic here too. Okay. This is the unit bathroom. Okay. Looks pretty standard. No space for anyone to hide here. I'm here, so might as well snap a shot. Look closer. On closer inspection, the toilet cover is raised. The seat is raised as well. I remember Mio being the type who's always conscious about this stuff. I should close it for now. Okay. Oh boy, we'll look under the bed. Boxes of clothing and luggage. Not much space. Maybe room for one person? Any secret passages? Of course not. But I can fit pretty easily, so a man could hide here too. Let's get a pic of this too, just in case. We can see the billboards on the buildings across the street. 4th floor here. If it was a normal intruder, would they easily be able to climb up so high? I should ask what the police told them. Eiko-san, can I ask you something? Okay. That thing you saw looked like a haunted spirit of sorts? Blurry and all, but also tangible? Wasn't it that kind of shadow? Huh? Sorry for this abrupt question. No, it's fine. I'm getting accused left and right of faking this to gain attention. I didn't think anyone would believe me. I thought so. That wasn't a trick of the light, or a lie. The thing you saw, it was definitely in this room. I'm impressed. I hope you can solve this case for us. Yes. Okay, about the intruder. Did the police say anything about the intruder entering through the window? I hated the way they treated me. He stopped listening halfway. I think they told Mio something. Understood. Any strange sounds? Did you hear any noises from somewhere in the room? I don't think so. Oh, by the way, you've been taking pics of this place, right? Can I take a quick look to refresh my memory? Yeah, of course. Thanks. She's scrutinizing each pic. Something on her mind? How about this one? When did you take it? The toilet lid is raised. This might upset Mio. She's meticulous about these things. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm not the one who raised the lid or the seat. Oh well. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. Talk to Mio. How did the shadow get in? I've been thinking, to find out what that shadow was, we should first figure out how it managed to sneak in. It suddenly appeared, but any idea how it got in? I don't know. Something scary happened to me before, and since then, I've been extra careful to check the door. So how could this? It was really sudden, out of thin air even. Something scary happened. Can I ask you what happened to you before? If it's okay to ask, that is. Around 2 years ago, I think someone was kind of stalking me. That was one of the reasons I moved here. Since then, everything was okay until yesterday. I'm really scared. Help me, Azami. About your boyfriend, what? This is purely for investigative purposes, but you know, like... Please tell me about any boyfriends, if I may ask. I don't have anyone I'd call a boyfriend. Not currently. No, BF. Now. Noted. Sorry, thanks. About the intruder. Did the police say anything about the intruder entering through the window? I thought of the same thing and asked them, but they didn't find any evidence around the window or on the balcony. Also, we're on the 4th floor, and the road in front is pretty busy. Some places are open until midnight, so they said it's unlikely. I see. Makes sense. Window entry unlikely. Noted. Good luck with your investigation. I believe in you, Azami. Okay. Oh, what's happening? I've talked to Mio and Eiko-san, and looked around the room, I think. So, I'm getting close to narrowing down the urban myth. Well, yeah, not like we could. About that time, though. At this stage, the bossman tends to call. Someone's phone is ringing. See? Right on cue. What? Wait, is mine? Pick up already. Yes. Hello, this is Azami. Director Meguriya here. Well done, Miss Azami. Director-san. Cut the formalities, eh? Director or whatever is fine. Yes. Director. Son. Thanks to your efforts, the urban myth within this case is taking shape. This may be a good time to identify which one it is. Okay. How should we identify the urban myth? Countless urban myths exist in this world. I believe you've already referenced part of our center's archives. Identification is about finding the correct record for the urban myth that matches this case specifics. Yet another of my beginner questions, but do we even need to identify what it is? Urban myths tend to be grouped into several categories. A sizable number of them are known to stalk those who encounter them. So, if this myth is one of them, Mio might still be in danger? Identification is a step towards adequate prognosis. Surely you agree. Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Without further ado, let the identification begin. Thank you all for your patience. I believe you would all prefer a swift resolution. So I appreciate cooperation with our identification process. Please convey to everyone what I just told you. Well, everyone? Our director here is on the phone to guide us through the process. First of all, what exactly is identification? We compare various mysterious occurrences in the field to our center's records. This is to determine which urban myths match the specifics. So, identifying it helps us figure out what to do next. But you don't need to hear our investigation report first. Such is the power of my vision. I am already aware of your investigation results. The director is basically an anomaly himself. Let us begin by laying out what exactly happened here. This started around Mio and Eiko-san. They both encountered a suspicious intruder, correct? That's right. This intruder that they witnessed, the first key factor is whether they really existed. Though pictures were uploaded to social media, do you suspect they are fake pictures? That is not what this is about. People tend to think they saw things that don't exist, and get caught up in that possibility. We need to ascertain this anomaly's existence from objective facts instead of relying solely upon their accounts. Objective facts? Mrs. Ami, I understand you have already gathered the necessary clues? With your power of clairvoyance. Yeah, I think. So, Mrs. Ami, could you kindly recap the clues you found by investigating with clairvoyance? Okay, I saw a shadowy figure. I believe that's the entity that made Mio feel watched, and that Eiko-san saw. I don't know if it was a human or anomaly, but I think something must have been present in that room. Through testimonies and clues from your clairvoyance, you were able to narrow down the rumor. We were able to confirm that some entity was indeed here. What? Okay. Let us focus on what exactly that shadowy figure might have been. Mrs. Ami, I believe you found some form of evidence that said the shadowy figure was present in Mio-san's room. Was there anything that caught your eye? You mean other than the shadow I saw with clairvoyance? Yes, there was a clue you came across while investigating. If you were watching with your vision, couldn't you just tell me? I might not always be around so conveniently, and this is your training day. So let me ask you, Mrs. Ami, where was there evidence of the shadowy figure who supposedly appeared in Mio-san's room? Well, I guess the bathroom, right? The unit bathroom felt kind of strange. Ah, splendid. What did you feel was strange about the bathroom? The toilet. Let me guess. The toilet seat being upright? Mio's the type who closes the lid too. There's no way she'd leave the seat up. What matters here is not the toilet seat itself, but the gender constraints it indicates. All the more as the resident had been consistent about handling the lid. Which means the third presence in the room would have been male, a man. Lovely. What in the what? What would an open toilet lid tell you? A mysterious entity was witnessed as a shadowy figure. It took actions that were clearly a diversion from the residents. The seat substantiates this. The indication that the shadowy figure was likely male. Huh? So, this anomaly chose to relieve itself? You shouldn't assume what an anomaly would or wouldn't do. Some anomalies cause unscientific phenomenon, while others act just like humans. Wonderful. His urban myth traits are seeping out into the light. Director-san, are you enjoying this? Mrs. Ami, your next choice will be vital. Huh? Sure. A shadowy figure of male gender appears in your home. When exactly and from where? I remember Mio saying it appeared out of nowhere. Anomalies are tied to specific locations. There always is something about where they appear. So, Mrs. Ami? Yes? Do you recall who first witnessed the anomaly? It was Eiko. It was Eiko-san. She saw it when they were getting ready to sleep. Yes, indeed. Mio-san's room had only one bed. So Eiko-san improvised a bed on the floor and was about to lie down. So, Mrs. Ami, do you know where Eiko-san saw the male intruder? Oh no. Under the bed, I guess? Eiko-san would have been trying to sleep just in front of the bed. Exactly. Eiko-san noticed the man hiding under the bed. Oh. Oh, hell no. What the hell is going on in the background? The urban myth that matches the circumstances would be... the man under the bed. Oh. Got an axe. I don't like that.